Welcome back to Women Carry Knives. So I have been on a budget-friendly kit. You know me, I love to do the expensive knives, but I also love to throw in those budget-friendly. So there's something for everybody to play with, something that everybody can afford, and I think that's wonderful. Do me a favor, you guys. If you could hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. It does help out the channel. And if you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you subscribe and have you here all the time. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you guys are having a great day. As always, you're going to get a quirky video. I'm going to stumble. I may say something wrong. I may stutter, but that's what you get because I do not edit. And that's just me. So what are we taking a look at today? Well, on the table today, we're going to have the B'yond EDC Arch. Now, obviously, this is going to be the black one. It is G10. Maybe you don't like the black one. Well, then maybe you want to get the brown one. Maybe you want a little pop of color. Maybe you love Zach stuff. Well, then why not get yourself a Zach stuff blue colored one? I think Zach would love that one. All right, you guys, what are you going to get with this? Well, this is going for $53. So that is a great price. See? Price. See? It's a great price. What are you going to get? You are going to get this is just a chunky knife. This is a D2 drop point blade. Absolutely beautiful. You've kind of got that stone wash finish on it. These do run on caged bearings, which makes it just so freaking smooth. Your G10 has some wonderful texture to it. Not too much to where it's going to bother your fingers, but enough to where you are not going to lose your grip on it. This is going to be a liner lock. Now, your scales are not milled out, so we'll get to the weight on this in a little bit. And it is a flipper. Now, the beauty of this is, you know, really this is a very simple knife. I do like that there's not a lot of billboarding. They have their nice little B'yond EDC logo there, which is nice. And then, of course, you have your blade steel back here, and you have your little stock number on the back. Your clip is going to be stainless steel. It's got some really good retention to it, and I love that. But not so much that it's going to tear up your pockets. So that's always good. These actually, even though the retention is very strong, they work great in yoga pants. So ladies, those of you that wear the yoga pants, these are great in the pocket and super comfortable in the waistband, and they don't pull too much, so they are not going to ruin them. Although it is a deep carry clip, this is definitely not a true deep carry, as you can see. Let's get that under there. So you are going to have about almost a ½ an inch out of pocket. Yeah, right about ½ an inch. But because it is kind of angled, it is not bothersome at all. And I really like that. This has been, all of these are just super sharp. They come just screaming sharp out of the box. Love that. Love when a company does it. I think that's absolutely wonderful. The best part is you do have the plate over your pocket clip because these are ambidextrous. So for my lefties out there, this is some more lefty love. And it is tip-up carry. There is no jimping on your liner here. There is no jimping. This is what I would call a jimp-free knife, okay? Not even any jimping on the blade. The funny thing is I'm a huge fan of jimping because I feel like it really lets you grab onto a knife and really choke up on it and keep a good grip on it. But the texture on this G10 is just enough where I really don't feel like I need it. And because of the way that their flipper tab is made, it kind of comes out almost at a flat shape. You really don't need it on the flipper tab. So there are some knives that you really just don't need the jimping. I know I'm a huge fan of it, but there are times when I'm okay with not having it. Now you can see your lockup's going to be about, sorry, I don't have my reading glasses on, but we're looking at probably about 20-25% there. So that's good. You know, it's not going to fail. I always test my knives when I lock it up. I want to see if it's going to stay locked. I do have one that did not when I did that. It comes very well centered, and actually all three of these were very well centered, which was wonderful. since they all run on the caged bearing, they all are going to be just as smooth. They're absolutely fabulous for fidget wise. So love it right there off the bat. I love that they have the 3 different colors for you to choose from. Let's go ahead and do a little size comparison. I'm going to move those up. We're going to use our trusty bug out here. So as you can see, this is medium. I would definitely consider this a large size knife. Now, if we compare that one next to the rat, you'll see why. The rat I definitely consider a large knife. This one, although it is a little smaller, I guess we can call it a marge. So it is kind of a medium large. But it feels large in hand, and that's what I like. I like when you could take a knife that's a little bit smaller and make it feel like it is just a beast. That is really cool to me. I don't have any other ones that are really good to compare to. We do have the Hogue Deca, for those of you that know that size. So as you can see, it is definitely larger than that too. So we're going to put it at a marge, not quite a large, but definitely a marge. All right, so there's your size comparisons. What are you going to get measurement-wise? Well, you are going to get about a just over 3.5 inch blade with just over 3.5 inch cutting edge, because really, you know, your blade shape is usually measured right up to the edge, and that's where your cutting edge is going to too. You have a tiny, tiny sharpening choil there. I'm not, you know, not going to be that much, but there is a bit of one right there. So it is going to give you some room to be able to sharpen this one over time. Your handle or closed length is going to be just over 4 3/4. So you're talking just, well, 4. It's interesting because the measurements they show are not quite what I'm showing actually here. So I would call this 4 3/4 inches, which would give you an overall of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 1/4 overall, which is pretty much what they have, 8.27. Now, here's the kicker. For such a large knife, and the fact that I said that the liners are not milled out, they're not skeletonized, your backspacer is G10, so that's going to be light. This is actually 4.8 ounces. So to me, that's kind of on a little bit on the heavier size, but not bad. Still not bad for the size that you're getting. If you were to compare that to the rat is about the same weight, and that is a large knife. So you're taking something that I would consider more to be a medium large size and giving it a definite large weight. Is that bad? Personally, I don't think so, because I think a lot of the times when you have a knife that weighs a little bit more, it kind of leans in to help you with whatever it is that you might be doing. So I do think it definitely has its advantages. Now, I'm not going to use this to cut, well, yeah, I probably would. I would use it to cut anything. Fruits and stuff, I would use this in the kitchen. I do use my knives in the kitchen, as well as, you know, if I'm at the garden or if I'm cutting something in the yard or cutting peppers off the tree. Packages, cardboard, paper, tape, you know, rope, paracord, whatever, you name it, I'm going to use it. This is definitely something that I would tend to use in the yard more, because it is bigger. It does have enough weight to it to where I feel that, you know, it's gonna kind of give me a helping hand, and that's what I really love about it. I do like the fact that your lanyard hole is a little bit bigger, so you are going to be able to fit the 550 paracord in there. Sometimes you get the lanyard holes that are very tiny, and I'm not quite sure what kind of paracord they want you to carry, but I would prefer mine to be 550 because I prefer the larger, sturdier. I don't tend to carry paracords on my knives, but I do sometimes have them on keychains. So, you know, you could definitely put 550 paracord in there. As I said, I really do love the fact that they do have the plate over the pocket clip, so that when you do take it off, because your pocket clip is recessed into the scales itself, it doesn't leave a gaping hole, which is always nice. Yeah, you guys, I've been super happy with B'yond EDC. I know I said that last time, and I've said it every time on the B'yond EDC videos, but they are a company that needs to get more recognition. They're newer. They need to get more recognition in what they're doing. Like I said, the 3 divisions that they have, the B'yond, the Asymmetrical, and the Terramundi, definitely something to watch out for. I think they're really going to do some spectacular things, and I'm super excited about that. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining me. And this, again, has been the B'yond EDC Arch. It does come in the brown, black, and the blue, and it does run for $53. So it is definitely something that is budget-friendly for anyone, or for most people. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave it down in the comment section. You know, I love talking to you. Thanks for joining me. Until next time.